Hello. Welcome to Mac, Aaron, Abram, Willow. What a day. We're gonna do some game dev, I guess, or something like that. I will level with you. I am not feeling like game dev, but we're gonna do it anyway. I got a new add-on to make the code editor a little bit more like VS Code. We'll see if I like it or not. It's definitely different. She's doing a lot better. We had a okay night overall. There was some coughing throughout the night, but no other events. And she's definitely bouncing back fast. But she's going to stay home from school one more day. Let's play Subnautica. No! Very tempting. There's so many games that would be very tempting to just hop into. We could do Oxygen Not Included. I haven't done that in ages. Just look at my Steam library. Dicey Dungeons. Slay the Spire, I'm waiting for Thursday. We're gonna really dive into that game. I've heard amazing things. I think it's exactly the sort of genre that really tickles my brain. But yeah. A little sneak peek, a little tiny sneak peek of the boss. Thursday. Oh, Theron doesn't know. Theron doesn't know. I posted it in the general channel a while back that I'm doing a full morning, maybe through lunchtime stream on Thursday while little Toadette is at school. I have a day off, and I'm gonna figure out what all the hype is about on Slay the Spire. And we're gonna do it all morning. Big fun stream. It's technically a birthday stream. Pam the Spire. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I moved the notifications out of the bot. So the bot no longer manages the follow notifications, the sub notifications, all that comes in the corner. Raid is not set up yet, and I need to set that up. It's gonna be a little bit weird. But follow should be, okay, so let's see here. So follow should do, okay, so you can test it straight from Twitch, which is nice. It stays up a while, that's fine. And then sub should look like the normal sub alert. Okay, yeah. The bot's not broken. There are some issues. The alerts.
What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing, it just waved.
Right, I enabled TTS for subs. We'll see how that goes. The way that I have set up sub alerts in the corner historically is very bad. It's difficult to maintain. It happens to work, but just barely. Like, it's hobbling along. Yeah, the minigames still work. Can the TTS do different voices? You can switch the voice on TTS. Oh, I also moved TTS to the Twitch native alerts, because they've got that built in, which is much more reliable than what I've got going on. So let's see here. Channel point, TTS, visuals and text and speech. Yeah, you get to choose.
Hi, my name is Brian.
That's the default Brian voice. But there's so many. There's so many.
Hi, my name is Emma.
Hi, my name is Amy.
Hi there, my name is Russell.
Russell sounds so excited.
Hi there, my name is Nicole.
Hi, my name is Matthew.
No, it's not like AI voices. This is traditional text-to-speech. We'll keep it at Brian for now. Traditional text-to-speech actually maps like words to phonemes and then plays those in a certain order. There's no like wonky AI business going on. Modern text-to-speech stuff like that what GermDove does is very computationally expensive, and it as you've seen before, it does some silly stuff every once in a while. New button. New button. You can press it. New button. All right, let's at least set up an enemy or something. Like a palette swap enemy would be at least something to say that we actually did. And I do have something we can do for that. Actors. What is it? It is the Cave Mite. Cave Mite. This little guy. This little guy. Hi, Mars. Welcome in. But no. So the thing about the raid alert, and it's not hair. That is not hair. He's a stalagmite. Let's turn on his animation here. He's a little guy. He's a little rocky guy. Ah, okay. You worried me there for a bit. Kind of does this. I'm gonna get you. Then when he takes damage, we got the wow. Perfect. If he's sleep, which I don't know how prevalent sleep is going to be as a status effect. But, I'm putting in the work on the animation, so we'll see. I think he's a cool little guy. Tired. Oh, this is for when he's like poisoned, which is going to be, I assume, super rare. If it's anything like Thousand Year Door, it's really hard to inflict poison on enemies, but they all do have animations for being poisoned, with some minor exceptions. Stalactite. Oh, so sort of, Theron. I want to have either a mid-boss or like an optional very hard enemy called the Stalactitan. And that's the gag there. So it's very funny. It's a very funny thing. And he can block. It's a good name, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna make not quite a palette swap of this guy, but it may as well be a palette swap of this guy. So what we can do is we take this and we say new inherited scene. And I don't know what he's going to be called exactly. But all we have to do is his base. Oh, shoot. Did I not ever set that up? Oh, I never drew it? No. Really? Really? Hang on. Art folder. Cave Mite. Where's Cave Mite? Not here. Oh, no, wait. No, I do have it. We do have it. It's just not here. So we just need to copy over the new art. With the player do status effects. Yeah, it's got to be probably on the rarer side, because some of them can get pretty busted, I imagine. Dark mode theme, heck yeah. I don't even know, am I on the, I think I'm still on the default, which it has been serving me fine. It helps keep me straight between like whether I'm doing Godot or VS Code. Sometimes having a different color scheme for different applications that you work in really helps your brain compartmentalize what mode of thinking you need to be in. As silly as that may be. Okay, so we go to the top, and we say, I want a different region. Instead of 5. Why did I do 5.5? That's so specific. That's so very specific. Let me open this up in Photoshop, and we're gonna lay a grid on this and double check the spot. I really love this song. Casual did a really bang up job on this one. All right, so okay, so scoot over 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 pixels, and we're good. Boom. Guess what we got now? Boom. Forest variant. Whoa! See, and look, all the animations will just work the exact same. See? It's that simple. What is this one called, though? Stumpmite? Termite? Where are the frogs? Where are the frogs? Let's see here. Do I still have my list of every word file somewhere that I could probably not available? List of words that end in mite. Oh no, there's a lot. We got termite, marmite. Let's see. Thermite. Oh, see, thermite would be good for a fire-themed one, you know? Dynamite. Oh, there's so many things we could do with the mite class of enemies. But termite does not work really well. But dynamite, that's really good. Like, specifically, I want it to not be something that is literal mite. Like, that breaks the gag a little bit. Like, termite. It's like, no, he's already a mite. That's his whole thing. That's his gag. Vegemite is very silly. He might need a different name, or just something that's, let's see. Something that's more of a pun. If we do anything, I'd love to keep the mite suffix, the M-I-T-E, because he's a stalagmite is his original. Even though this new variant is not a stalagmite, it helps keep that thread between the different enemies to recognize, like, it's the same enemy. Be ready for that. But yeah, stump of some. He's a stump. Trunk. tree trunk, fallen log. He's got fungus, decaying stump, woods, wood mite, tree mite. Let's see. Let's try. No. No, that one doesn't work. Let's just try ITE. Let's see what we get there. Group by length, sure. No. No. Prerequisite. A lot of like minerals, which makes sense if you go for ite. Dolomite, chrysolite. I assume a lot of these are minerals. Steve, what about Michael? How about Michael? Has that taken already? Let him wiggle. Let him wiggle around. Hey, Winter Beast, welcome in. Good to see you. We already have a Michael. Dang it. Can't believe it. Gotta be some good sort of pun-ish name. Type of tree resin. If that was more common, that would be really good. But I don't think, if anyone saw Dormite, they're like, the immediate response would be like, well, it's not a door, what are you talking about? If it was a common word, like, oh, of course, tree resin, I get it. Totally get the joke. Like he may end up just being stump mite. Root mite. Nah, it doesn't really work. Maple mite. Let's see. Oakite. He's a mite. He's mite. He'd have to be oak mite. So we might just make this stump mite. Canopy. What's a forest floor? We're coming up with a word for this asset swap enemy. What do you have when like you've got like the forest floor and it's littered with leaves and dying sticks and stuff? Isn't there a term for that? Like underbrush, maybe? Is there not like a... Oh, maybe not. Undergrowth. Duh. Well, he can be stump mite. He's officially stump mite, whether he likes it or not. All right, entities, actors. He's in the mite category. Stumpmite. There he is. And now we can add him to the enemy directory. Brushmite. I don't know. Something better may come along at some point. I don't know how much HP these will need. I'm just kind of really eyeballing it here. Mossmite. If I made him mossier, then maybe Mossmite. Alright, there we go. That's it. We've added a new enemy to the game's directory. That just works. That's why we need to do these. It's not a full palette swap, but it's basically a palette swap. Stumpmite could show up in Chapter 2. Let's see here. Chapter 3 is like a desert. So we could put a cactus on him. Actually, that could be kind of fun to have the exact same enemy, but with a cactus, like a round cactus on top, and a little flower. Should we draw a cactus? Let's draw a cactus. Feels like drawing a cactus today. I'd feel like drawing a cactus today. I'm the one. It's me. Cactus? Among Us? Doubletail's art. Might. Dot. The actual CRA file. Okay, I've still got layers. Perfect. I was trying to think about what else I could move out of the bot, realistically. Just to make it make us less reliant on that. I'd love to come up with some decent way to do the time remaining until add. I know Germdove has his time until add on his stream layout. I don't know if he's just like capturing some Twitch scene or if it's something custom going on there. Okay. Abolito. You're wanting to do that as well? Like, I assume I could just, like, capture, let's see, pop out as manager. Is this a capturable scene, or would this would likely ask me to log in, right? How would this work? Edit layout? No, don't. Oh no, I've removed it. I've removed it. Put it back. Put it back. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Twitch add timer on stream layout. How do people do it? Let's see here. I don't trust this random website. Let's see here. Yeah, I'd love to be able to just show that timer. That's a good point. It's weird. It's weird that like 90% of the people that watch the stream are subbed. I don't think that's the norm, but we just have like a very crisp community here of just like everyone who's here has been here for a while. Oh, severe storms coming in. Oh. It is that time of year, isn't it? Twitch doesn't always show ads. So, ads as a general, like, okay. Old school internet ads were pretty straightforward. Someone would give you money, and in exchange, you would take their image or text and put it on the website you own, and that was it. That was the transaction. Modern ads are so vastly different. It is people bidding for ads. Well, it's automated. You don't outright buy an ad slot and say, your ad is going to run at this time on this website. No, 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 no. They say, I want to buy $100 worth of ads, and they're like, okay, what types of, what groups are you going to target? What age ranges do you want us to aim for and all this? And then every time a user hits a page, the ad manager tries to determine like, okay, what is the best ad to show this person? Who is paying the most for this person's attention right now? And then that's the ad it chooses to serve. But sometimes there are no available ads to show, and it just doesn't. And that can happen on Twitch. I've had full ad breaks sometimes where just like there were no ads to show, and so it just played through. I wasn't subbed or anything. Just skipped. I think it's like there wasn't anyone at that moment in time with an ad for a reasonable price. Who knows for sure how things work on this great big internet of ours. Okay. A little thicker. Yeah, something like that. A cactus, huh? Doing a cactus. Like, I'm thinking like a, like a round cactus. Round cactus. With flower. Show me one with flower. Oh, so that's what cactuses with flowers look like. Okay, so yeah, I just need basically a circle, and then I just gotta get really detailed with little spines or something. Internet connection somehow to an internet off of, let's say, Pluto or Mars. It wouldn't be. Okay, let's take something like Mars. How long does it take for light to travel between here and Mars? I'm pretty sure it's on the order of minutes. Actually, it changes based on where we are in orbit, because sometimes Mars is opposite the sun from us, in which case we'd be looking at like 20 minutes for light to get there. Sometimes it's fairly close, in which case 3 to 22 minutes. Perfect. Oh, gosh, I was really close with that 20-minute guess. It was an educated guess. Okay, so right now, no matter where you are on Earth, the farthest distance away is like a couple seconds at light speed, if that. Hang on. Light speed, circumference, Earth. 0.1 seconds. 0.13 seconds to get around the Earth at light speed. So that's the absolute fastest that information can travel. To the other side, or to go completely around the planet, is 0.13 seconds. To get to the opposite point, let's just say 1/10 of a second, just for cleaner math. So a ping of 100, that's, you can play an FPS with someone on the other side of the world, and there will be a little bit of lag, but it won't be unplayable. It'll be like, this is a little laggy. I can tell. Some of these shots, that's a little laggy. But that's about it. That's 1/10 of a second. Anything longer than that, and you can't do real-time communication, realistically. You can't do, like, walkie-talkie style or telephone style communication of hello? Oh, hello. No, it's hello, and then you put the phone down, and then you're gonna have to wait 40 minutes for a reply. So it would be a very different kind of internet were we ever going to set up other planets with internet access. It would be an asynchronous thing. Very asynchronous. And that's just the problem with it. Yeah. Now, forum communication? Heck yeah. That would be on point. Welcome in, PK. Let's draw a cactus. What size am I looking for here? I should duplicate this. What is it, E? No, not E. L? Control L? No, Control J. That's the one. Okay, there's our position that we're aiming for. Put a cactus here. Oh, wait, this is gonna be a little bit weird, isn't it? Let me see this guy again. Yeah, like it needs to kind of, I need to keep that little bit underneath. I don't know about that, Theron. I mean, maybe of course, my understanding of the universe is not going to be complete, but it feels like a pretty solid rule that, like, hang on now, breaking light speed communication feels like we're cheating in some way. Maybe not. Maybe that's super doable. What would a cactus, like a rooted cactus, look like in this case? Breaking light speed is how you do all the cool stuff. It's true. FTL. FTL. Like, what would that, like, cactus, but like, that doesn't look great. I kind of need this part for his angry eyes. Like, this is where the angry eyes come from. Is this line right here. The back line does not really have to be that way. It could go straight across. But it'd be a little bit awkward. hate this button on this. I'm always accidentally clicking it. Okay, it kind of be like, I guess that kind of works. I can work with that. Although, we're not going to have much room for the spines, but again, we'll deal with it. Flowers are just very flowery. Cactus on a... You know what? I do kind of like that. That does let us stick with the traditional setup we've got here. J, delete, and then nope. Thought I deleted you. Right there. It's tricky because it's like one of those things that's like, it's still very out there. It's like, wait a second, I thought we understood how light and physics work. It's like, well, these things are exempt. It's like, well, great. Great. So this one we could conceivably alter the color a little bit to make it a bit more deserty. Like a little bit more of a sandy. Nope. Right now it's kind of a purplish reddish rock. Gray rock. Be more like a deserty red, reddish yellow. Spooky action. Now that's spooky. Okay. Colorize might be the way to go here to make it a nice bright yellow. Let's see. No, that just does that. I hate that. I don't like that at all. Guess we can do this. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Maybe just lower. Maybe we just do go desaturated on it. Total gray rock in the desert. Really, it would be kind of brownish, right? Have kind of more of a brown rock. Can't quite get what I want to get here. Oh, filter mask. No, not filter mask. What do I want? In Photoshop, you've got the ability to modify specific layers of color. All right, it's fine. It's fine. Just give me a cactus. Let's get more of a Something like that going on for the cactus flower. Is that... It's not at all what these look like. They're much more up petals. We want up petals, not down petals. So more like this. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. A bloomin' onion. Oh man, I love Mischief Makers. I mean, it's a bad game, but I love Mischief Makers. What are the roots? What's the base of a cactus look like? It just kind of like goes into the ground. And some of these kind of like do this number here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very peculiar. Okay, something. We'll do something like that. We'll take this, and we're gonna chop off part of it. Chop, 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 chop. Rock chopped. Beautiful. Okay, and this is going to be on growing on top of this rock. Don't worry about the how, doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we add in this layer here. This we can be more picky about the coloring on if we want to. Yeah, so I'm thinking more of this color of rock. I would love to do that to this, but I need a way to multiply. I need a multiply layer on here. So I need this to be multiply. Yeah, that's what I want, but... Hello, haha. Beige or oranges, yeah. So I think if we duplicate this, which is, nope, Control J, we change it to multiply. We can go kind of like, it's tricky to get this to, multiply is not exactly what we want, is it? It works with the black, but not so much. Is there another lighten? No, not lighten, because I don't want to change the color. Here we go. Color layer. That's better. It still looks a little bit wooden. Yeah, exactly. Now the tricky thing is they're going to be 2D, so they need to be 3D models that suddenly switch to 3D, or switch to 2D. Good luck, Willow. Stay safe. It still looks a little bit rough. What are we doing? We're making some variants of an enemy. Soft light. Maybe. Oh, there we go. That's more like what we're heading for. Yeah, okay, that's more like it. We're like a little tiny mesa. Little tiny mesa. So this was nothing, right? We got nothing on this layer, so get rid of that one. And then this, we're going to grab the wand selection. Select all this. Expand by about 3 pixels. And there's our color layer right there. Except for the top is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be like a pinkish color. Mario Kart track. It's always DK something. We can get a little bit louder with the colors here. Yeah, that's fine-ish. So cactuses have these like, yeah, these little ridges everywhere. That's pretty good. And then a little bit of shadow under the flower. I am. That's my main streaming category. Haha. I've been making a game for, this game I've been making for about 9 months. The last game before this was much, much smaller. This one's a big one. Okay, so for the pins here, the spines of the cactus. Do I just want to go with some stick poking out here? Some pointy bits here. Like that. Looks pretty good. All right, sounds good. Haha. Then this right here needs a little bit of shading. Not this one. This one. Right. Okay, there we go. It's just a cactus up top, and there'll be a little thing underneath. Alright. Save it. PNG. Yes, replace. It's fast. Alright, so let's update the art file for this guy. There. Pull it on into Godot. And now we can have a new variant of this guy. So we will go into our actor. We're gonna make a new inherited scene. Can you play your old game? I've got multiples. Pin Pals is on Steam. There's a free demo if you want it. If you want a copy of Pin Pals, it's like a Suika game. That one took honestly about a month for the initial release to be ready. After that, it was mostly just sprucing it up and adding a little bit extra content. But the main game was Pin Pals. There we go. That's got a free demo. Cave Mite. Cactus Mite. Spine. Cactus. Desert. Desert. Right. Pin. Doesn't have. Maybe we break Might a little bit. Maybe we can come up with something better. Cacti. You know what? I like that. Cacti is good. Full marks for Theron there. Cacti. It's Cacti. Top region. Add 700. Oh, there he is. Cacti. So, in the idea that we had with Leon not being able to make physical contact with enemies, this works really well for this enemy of being something that, okay, you can't rely on Leon for every enemy in the desert. The man's himself. So now we can go over to our enemy directory and add Cacti. Named a creature in an award-winning video. Award-winning, eh? I don't know how much the enemy's gonna ramp up as we go. I'll really have to fine-tune the numbers a bit further on. Like we're nowhere near starting chapter 3 when we're actually gonna need this enemy. But now we have it. Whoops. We're good. Yeah, we're good. They will need more unique attacks, I think, because right now all they do is do a somersault and a rock flies out. That's their attack. So we will want to mix it up for some of these guys. A needle. Yeah, like he throws a spiky needle or something. Oh, what have I done here? What have I done? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, I think this will work. There we go. We got 2 new enemies in the roster, even though it's technically just the same enemy with a fresh coat of paint. You know what we still have? We still have B. The bee is here. How does this guy look? Oh yeah, you know what? That looks all right. He's cool. Except his sleep animation. Oh wait, no, he does actually nod off. Okay, good. Are we gonna do a bee area, like a hive of some sort? Chapter 1, no. Chapter 2 conceivably could have a beehive area, but it seems it would be weird to have a whole beehive area for such a minor thing. Oh, not Rainbow Road and not Ribbon Road. Chapter 3, I feel like I have so many things I want to do for the desert that I don't think we have room for any auxiliary areas. Chapter 3, we gotta have like the old Wild West town. We gotta have the mine shaft. We gotta have the railroad bridge. We gotta have the wide open expanse of the desert. Like, Chapter 3 is gonna have a lot of stuff. And honestly, I'm very much looking forward to Chapter 3. Chapter 4 is very blank slate. All I know is it's the snowy area, so no beehive there. Chapter 5 is probably kind of a underwater, oceany kind of thing with fish. Chapter 6 is a shopping mall. So that's not it. And Chapter 7, I don't have a Chapter 7. Cheeseland, GBA. Space. I mean, space is not out of the question. Volcano. So most of the chapters were kind of designed around getting a specific partner. Not all of them, but some, a lot of them. But then it's like, well, then you're gonna be full on partners. So Chapter 7 is just all right, you have everyone, now do some stuff with that. Chapter 7 could be a last one. You know that part in Chrono Trigger where you don't have Chrono with you anymore? There's going to be a moment like that, and that could conceivably be an entire chapter. I don't know. I don't quite know. if I decide that there's enough content in that to make that an entire chapter, then yes. Chapter 7 will be the penultimate chapter. Because there is going to be a chapter after that time. You gotta have your classic arena. Prison Break episode. Yeah, there will be something. Thousand Year Door was interesting in that you get your first partner before chapter 1, second partner in chapter 1, and then you get another in chapter 2. You get a fourth in chapter 3, then chapter 4, and then chapter 5 you get your sixth partner. Chapter 6 is the train chapter. You do not get a new partner for that. There is an optional partner along the way. But chapter 6, you don't get a new partner. There's no partner for chapter 6. So it makes it a little bit of a weird one, a bit of an outlier. And then chapter 7 feels like it's going to be the end of the game because you're like going to fight the people that kidnapped Princess Peach this whole time. Wow, we gotta go. And it's its own thing. But again, another 2 chapters in a row with no new partner. And then chapter 8 is the actual finale. Which is like, the entirety of chapter 8 is just the dungeon. It's just one very, very long dungeon. And if memory serves, there's no fast travel. Like, once you get in, you can't just zip back up to the hub. That's a little brutal. If you need to resupply, you gotta get through all of it again. It's very linear. So I don't know about that. That one's weird. My chapter 8 will probably be a bit linear. Whatever, if we do 8 chapters. They will probably not be an optional partner. But yeah, there will be a final dungeon. A very Super Mario RPG-esque final dungeon. Before that is a dungeon in the Chrono Trigger situation that may or may not be an entire chapter. My concern is letting the player run around without Dabble in the normal areas. So it could be that it's a bottle episode of a chapter where, okay, once you start this chapter, you cannot leave until the chapter is done. Which admittedly, Excess Express in Thousand Year Door was that way too. Once you get on the train, you are stuck in that chapter. Dabble, who is the boss? Yes, exactly, of course. No, you will be fighting a robot, but it will not be Dabble. And it will not be Battle. Just cut those rumors off at the pass. Let's see here. Is it Battle? You got me, it's Battle. Battle will not be appearing in this game. Nor will Hovercat, as it turns out. This is becoming less and less a Dabble Worlds game. Removed you from Prime. Alright, what do we do? It's like, part of me is like, well, now play video games for an hour. Because I made 2 enemies. That's progress. Progress has been made. Time to move on. Why is this B called Pig Actor? This is B Actor. Alright, so now we got our Cactite, our Stumpmite, and our Cavemite. We have our waterfall area. What is this? Is this the... Oh yeah, this is just the test zone. I don't know why it keeps defaulting to this. It's so weird. Display normal. It started doing that after I tried to upgrade to 4.4, and then I realized, ooh, that breaks a lot of stuff. Let's jump back to 4.3. But the thing is, I rolled back all of the code changes after the 4.4 upgrade, so there shouldn't have been anything going on. Like, it should have been the exact same code. So whatever is defaulting to wireframe, it's not in the code somehow. It's like in the settings of Godot. I don't know why. Okay, something else we need, I guess. We need to see about items. Other items we can buy. Because 3 items for sale is not much. I mean, I'll probably get baseballs for sale in here. Obviously, we gotta have honeycomb. We gotta have strawberries. Lemons, I don't know if they'll be for sale here or not. They're a little powerful, you know? It's like, maybe during chapter 1, they're not even available for sale. They're too high-powered of an item. It's like, you gotta earn it. I think, yeah. All right. So far, we only have a handful of items. So you got your tier 1 healing and your tier 1 energy, strawberry and honeycomb. I've got 2 different attack items. They're both pretty good, honestly. You can ignore the debug stuff. So, like, what else do we sell? What else do you even spend your coins on? Oh, you guys haven't even seen this. I got a whole little pop-up menu that I've not even shown at all. Oh, actually, you know what? I do have something to show off here. All right, you ready? You ready? Check this out. Controller plugging in. Boom. Mouse move. Controller move. Mouse move. Control. Mouse. Controller. Mouse. That was actually really easy to set up. There's a really good add-on in Godot that handles that. And it knows what type of controller I'm using, or at least picks one from... I don't know what it would think this little crappy USB controller is. Kind of curious. Little no-name controller. Okay, it just defaults to the Xbox buttons. That's probably a safe bet. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Because it automatically gives me the icons, which is great. Willow! You're back. How did it go? Storm's still raging. Yeah. Ugh. 2 so far. Yeesh. I wonder if we'll be getting any of that anytime. They've been salving. Okay, well, that's good. That's good-ish. Okay, close the cactus tab. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Do we have any? What is? Okay. How about this? What does the shop sell in Petalburg? They have 6 items for sale. 6. We have the tier 1 health, the tier 1 energy. We have the attack all enemies on the screen, I believe for 2 damage. Is that how much a fire flower does? 2 damage? It could be more. I don't actually remember. Hang on, let me check here. Paper Mario series, 1,000 Year Door. Paper Mario. Three damage. 3 damage. Okay. Oh, geez, another one. So Fire Flower is 3 damage to all enemies. Bowling Ball, we have that set as 5 damage to all grounded enemies. Is that overkill? That's probably fine. Maybe a little bit overpowered. Dragon Surprise. It's a cake made from dragon fruit. So Baseball is just a single enemy, 5 damage, which is pretty good. It's like it takes up your turn, takes up resources, so you got to think about it if you're going to use it or not. But it could be good for like a high defense enemy because items ignore defense. Oh, and the Fire Flower adds burn to enemy, which I've never really thought that burn is a very interesting status effect because it's just poison. It's just poison. It's the exact same thing, damage over time. Nothing interesting going on there. At least, I know I've said this before, Dicey Dungeons did such a good job with interesting status effects that do things in interesting ways. Okay. So Petalburg also has 2 other items for sale. One increases a party member's defense for 2 turns, which for most attacks in the early game, that's going to be pretty much 2 turns of invincibility for 1 party member. And the other one reduces defense of an enemy, but will not allow defense to go below 0. That's really silly. Except for like 1 enemy that I can think of. Like maybe the clefts. But the whole thing is the clefts are basically an item puzzle. The game if you search around, the game keeps giving you earthquake items. Or no, POWs. It gives you a POW. Which deals damage to every enemy on the screen. And then you come across this enemy that has defense that's too high for you to get through, and there's no attack you can use. The game is trying to teach you, like, hey, if you can't beat an enemy, run away. But also, sometimes you have to use your consumables. Fine. So you would either have to use the item that makes one enemy's defense go down. Or does it soften all enemy? No, it says an enemy. Yeah, still. That makes it feel like Mr. Softener is a pretty useless item in Chapter 1. So what do you do? So we have 2 solidly good contenders. Baseball is good. I would argue bowling ball is fine as is. Maybe it's a little bit overpowered for Chapter 1. But then we would still want at least one more item, preferably 2, of interest. But I don't know what kinds of items we would use in this game, aside from those. Like, we haven't figured out what else we're going to do item design-wise. We could have some status effect infliction. I guess you can find a few other items along the way in Chapter 1 in Thalmir Door. It's like most items need to be for battle. Like preventing you from... Oh, I remember one of the things I wanted to add. And it's going to be a tricky one. A scarecrow. A dummy. Something that suddenly pops up in the middle of the battlefield as a target, and it is effectively a friendly unit on your team that cannot take action and can be defeated normally and all that. And so the idea is that enemies that can only attack the front line will only be able to attack that enemy or that scarecrow. I think that's fun. Few enemies will be able to attack everyone at once. Yeah, a decoy. I think that would be an interesting item. Thousand Year Door didn't have that. One of my original design ideas for the game overall was have like some battles having a barricade side in the middle, like an entity that could be attacked by either side. And so if the opponents could attack backline, then, they could circumvent attacking the decoy and instead prioritize you. But if you didn't have anything that could jump the line, then you'd be like, do I change partners or do I just try to power through and take out the barricade? So that could be an interesting idea for later in the game of like maybe a gimmicky fight. But a decoy. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do is a decoy. Let's add that to the list. I just saw in my big list of to do, I just have a single line on. It's not in next to anything else. It's just completely on its own, and it just says Spider's Gorge. We're gonna jump over Spider's Gorge. Average ravine is a mile deep is a misleading statistic. Average ravine is like 500 feet deep, but Spider's Gorge, which is 100 miles deep, throws off the average. Which should be here in 30 minutes. Don't you just love spring? Fun, wonderful place. I know, right? It would just if I make Spider's Gorge in this game, it would be specifically for the Tumblr gag. Are the spiders all named Frank? I don't think so. Don't think so. Okay. Want to play video games, but must be productive. Must open Blender. No, wait, Blender? Or... Alright, is the dummy a 3D model? No, I guess it could. I guess it can be an actor. You're absolutely right, Hovercat. I need to think. I need to play video games to get my my brain working. Let's see here. Dummy is a good item. We got two enemies done. We can take a video games break. Whoops. Pushed a button. Bow. Okay. Open up GitHub. Make sure we commit our changes of some might enemies. Okay, Steam. Slay the Spire. I'm pretty excited about that on Thursday. Factorio. No. We know better. We know better, probably. Dwarf Fortress. Man, I haven't played Dwarf Fortress in ages. Because I never got particularly good at it. Let's do... Yeah, basically. I played it a little bit off stream to try and like, okay, yeah, maybe I just don't get it yet. But no, I just never got it. 5 years. I feel like I've had this game as something I've been wanting to do for about as long.